Hi everyone, welcome back to Get Ready with me, Louise. So excited. We're going to be playing with the Colourpop and Toy Story collection today. I did purchase the full collection. Did I need the full collection? No, I didn't. And I gotta stop. I know better. I know better not to buy the full collections. And yet here I did it. But with that said, I'm glad I did because it will, go to my grandkids and stuff. So at least it's something fun that they will enjoy. You know what I mean? So the things that I'm actually shocked about that I liked, I really didn't think I would. And but let's get into it. So it came with 4 lip products, 3 of the Jelly Much shadows, 1 eyeshadow palette, and a mascara. Now, do I think the packaging is cute? Yes, I do. But I think the colors kind of represent the characters, but I don't know. Like when I think of Toy Story, I don't know if this is how I think of Toy Story. You know what I mean? But with that said, let's get started. So let me tell you what I'm wearing. So from our foundation, I am wearing my It Cosmetics CC'd Nude Glow. I have it in light. I am wearing for concealer my Prism Libre concealer in N N250. I'm wearing a set with the number 7 Lift and Eliminate. I'm just going to use that powder up, y'all. It's the older formulation, and I'm not a big fan of the newer formulation, so I'll use that up and then it'll just be done. Um, for powder for the rest of the face, I use Bare Minerals. Whoops, I just knocked it to the back of the door. There it is. Bare Minerals, Bare Pro, Light 22 Cool to set the rest of my face. Alright. Which gives me a little extra coverage also when it comes to like that particular foundation. I like that foundation on its own and just to set with the translucent, but I really do like to set with the Bare Mineral Pro, just add just enough, you know. For bronzer, I'm wearing Hoola by Benefit. For blush, I'm wearing Growth Flirt Super Shock Blush. It's a matte formulation by Colourpop. I like their mattes. I like their other one too. I think they call it a satin. I'm not for sure. But it does show texture really. I don't want to say really bad, but it definitely shows it. Where the matte is almost like a blur in a way. So I really do like that. And then for highlighter, again, Colourpop, I'm wearing Flexitarian. Good old faithful. This is always really close to me, and to be fair, it technically I grabbed from my Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona if but also to be fair, like this is probably right next to it, you know what I mean? Because it is really good. Mine is getting old. You can see like the cracks and stuff, but I haven't used that much of it. But these I just think are so pretty. You can't go wrong with any shade, to be fair. And it works wonderful, you know? You can build it, or it can be a nice soft, like a light glow, or you can be seen depending on how you apply it. So I really do like those. I feel like when it comes to Super Shock, Colourpop really knows what they're doing there. From eyeshadows to blushes to highlighters, like you just can't go wrong. Um, and that will take care of that. So now we'll move into the palette. And I do think the artwork is cute. Oh, it came with a lip mask too. I forgot about that. Okay, so this is the first thing that surprised me. I do like Colourpop's lip mask in general. Like I have this one. I have Hello Kitty. I have Rudolph. I have Winnie the Pooh. I have, well, Snow White is the scrub. I mean, I have so many of the lip masks. And do I need this many of them? No. No, I don't. But do I use them? Yes. Are they like my number one? No. Are they in my top five? I think it might be. I think they might be. So I do enjoy it. I think that packaging is just adorable. But look, it's mixed, like a blue and a yellow almost. And it's the sour candy lip mask. I don't know if like that's exactly what it smells or even like when you lick your lips taste like, but I do think it's pretty and it isn't, it's a little bit thinner than the Laneige, but like if you're kind of wanting the same thing, you know what I mean? It's not a dupe, but it is definitely inspired heavily from them, obviously. But I do enjoy this. I think that this is a number one thing. Like, I was surprised I like it as much as I do. So then let's move to the palette. So the palette, I don't know how I feel about the color story number one. But here it is. There is two glitters in it. So this here is a glitter and this here is a glitter. Y'all know I'm not a fan of glitters. We're going to be doing this eye look right here. But like as far as mattes, like we have this one here's a matte. This one here's a matte. Well, I guess there's more mattes than I thought. But like some of them I'm just like, what am I going to do with that? I just haven't figured it out in my head yet how to exactly like use this. My hair is so getting on my nerves. It needs cut so bad. I think it's gonna need more playing, obviously, to figure this out with these colors. But they're not the most pigmented, which I mean, how pigmented do you want them? I don't know. But I will say, as far as the glitters, this is the best glitter formula I have yet, to be fair. Like, I'm not a big fan of glitters either. We know this. But as far as like watching the evolution of Colourpop glitter shadows, this is their best formulation. So they are improving each time with that. So there is something there, a bonus. Um, the rest of it, I mean, it's just based on color story. If you like the color story, you'll probably like the palette. If you love Toy Story, you're gonna love the palette because obviously. But for me, just looking at it, I'm not for sure yet. But let's get started. Let's go into Since 95, this shade right here. And the reason I'm saying this is because, like, this particular shade. Let me make sure I'm good, actually. All right. It, there's definitely pigment, right? You can see there's pigment, but not much. I am using my refer brushes too, so it's kind of shocking there. Usually with Colourpop shadows, it's from the gate, right? And I know the shade's light to begin with, but I didn't realize, like, I guess how light. And it took me a good couple of dips to get it, like, the depth that I wanted, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, because some people may enjoy the fact that you got to build a shadow. They don't want to start with, like, all hands on deck type of thing. But I am kind of surprised that, and it picks up, I guess it picks up okay. There's no kick up or anything, which is kind of weird because but maybe it's the brushes. That's why it's picking up all the shadow. Refer brushes are really good, so I can't complain there. But it does kind of surprise me with the lack of. Now, with that said, we're going to go into Infinity. So this looked black to me, but no, it didn't look black. It looks more like a deep, dark brown black, I guess, in a way, which is what it is, but you'll see. Rougher brush again. We're going to go into Infinity. First off, when you think of Infinity, I think of black. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm thinking of. But that's not exactly what this is, but I don't think it's supposed to be either. So I'm going to put it on the outer corner and then blend it up into the crease. Do we see? Like, there's no patchiness, but it's like, where's color? But again, if you're the type that does like to build it up, then you're going to love this palette, because I'm one of those people, okay? I do like to build my shadows, especially something this dark, because I would be a mess, okay? And this did build up lovely. It blended so easy. Like, I have no complaints. But I'm also like, for the ones that love color, payoff right at the, gate, I'm like, this is not it. And usually Colourpop, that is it, But at the end of the day, you're going to get to that dark shade. It's just going to take some building. And nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with it. But I'm just letting you know, if you're looking for it to be right there and then, that's probably not going to happen for you. Maybe if you picked up enough of it and patted it, then it might, but I'm not so sure how that was going to blend for you either. Whereas if you know it's going to get there, you just keep building it up, you'll be fine. And like I said, generally I am so scared of these shades like this, but I find it quite refreshing that I can play with it and not be scared. So there's that. I do enjoy that part of it. I just don't know how many looks. Like, I know how many looks you can get out of this palette. You can get quite a few. I'm not saying you can't. It's more of, like, your base look. How many not base look, your starting shades, I guess. The sculpting shades. I don't know how to what words I'm trying to find here for you. I don't know how many of that you're going to get. Like, there's definitely a lot of metallic shades. So you're going to get a lot of different looks, but they're all kind of going to have the same base look, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, not exactly, but, in a way. It does definitely go light to dark. I mean, it goes pretty much white to, like I said, a deep dark black brown. So there's that. We're going to take that first shade again, Since 95. And I'm going to run that under the lower lash line. And it's not like the palette's hard to work with either, because, I mean, it took me 10 minutes maybe to do that eye. And I, was messing with the 2 grandbabies while doing it, so. Alright. Now that I got that laid down, I'm going to go into that Infinity shade. And I'm really going to put that up towards that lash line of mine and blend it in right up on it. Oops. I think I may have blended the eyeliner that I had on the waterline away. My bad. I didn't mean to do that, but here we are. We'll add more. I felt it hitting. I didn't realize it took it off, though. That's funny. And then for the eyeliner, I actually use Colourpop again. It's in the shade Hustler. Thought it was a good shade. I mean, it's darker of an eyeliner than I ever wear usually, but it is a pretty color. Applies easy. No issue there. Okay, I think I got both sides even, I guess. I'm hoping I got them both dark enough. And I am going to play with this more, don't get me wrong. But right off the bat, I'm not going to say like this is my favorite palette from them because it's not. We're going to go into Star Command, the blue one right here, and I will pick it up on my finger, and I'm going to put it in like the outer portion of my lid and bring it in. You know, I don't like to use my fingers, but here we are. When it comes to these shadows, you're going to get the best payoff. Or with a brush and spray it, but I don't feel like doing that either, so this is where we're left with, you know? Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to pick up the shade Bo Peep Blue, which is this one here, but I'm actually going to pick it up on a brush because my little chubby fingers are not small enough to get into the inner portion, and I would have this shade everywhere. So we're just going to pick it up on my rougher brush and pat it in to meet that blue. I do like these shades though. They're pretty. And I think for spring, this is not a bad palette. But again, like I'm thinking of every palette they have, and this isn't my favorite, you know? We're going to go into the shade Rex Flex, which is this one right here. And I'm going to pick it up on my finger. And this is a glitter. And I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Like that. Like try to cover up kind of where I blended those two shades together. Because, well, my blending skills are not very good. But at the same time, I don't want glitter all over my face. So, which to be fair, I don't think you're going to get much glitter on your face. These seem to have held on pretty good on the lid, to be fair. Like, it's kind of surprising to me on how well they, you know, stayed on. Which is nice, to be fair, because generally with glitter shadows, I mean, you might as well expect them to be down your face, you know? And then for inner corner, we are going to take this white shadow right here. And here's, I wasn't thinking, but I have to do this side, what I did to that one. There's not really a lighter shade in here for me to use as an inner corner that I felt would go with this look. Obviously, I think the shade Roundup Gang right here would go for an inner corner, but it's not necessarily the color that I wanted for this look. And then I put this on and I started thinking, duh, you have the Jelly Much shadow. So Forky is the one I'm going to use right now. So I was like, yeah, I'll use it. So then I left, obviously, that where it is. And then I opened up this little guy. And you open it up and it looks like that. And I will say I appreciate the fact that they tell you to, hey, keep this. It says, keep me to lock the magic in. So I can appreciate that, because a lot of brands probably wouldn't do that. That way when it does dry out, you'll go buy another one. Where they're trying to actually let you know, hey, keep it so it lasts longer for you. Okay, so then I took that, put it on the brush, picked up a little bit, and I'm just going to put it right on the inner corner tear duct here. Like so. Because you know I like a little bit of glitter, shine, whatever you want to call that. But could the white matte shadow have done the job for me if need be? Absolutely. But you know, might as well use these if you got them. Tell you, to be honest again, how often do I wear a Jelly Much shadow when I'm doing the review? I'm not going to lie to you. I very seldom, if ever, I don't even know if I ever have, to be fair, have pulled them out just to use them for whatever it is I'm doing. So, just being honest there. And then the last thing we'll be using from the collection is the mascara. And this, so the glitters kind of surprised me out of the palette that they are so much better even than before, but yet years from where they had been. You know what I mean? So I am impressed with the glitters, even though I'm not a glitter fan. The lip mask, again, impressed by it. The mascara, though, I don't know if you can see that or not on my lashes, but first off, this is green, y'all. Green. They should have launched this to where people got it for St. Patty's Day, to be fair. But I know I've tried the BFF mascara, I think, long time ago, and they could have reformulated that for all I know, but it was not my favorite, right? So I haven't tried anything since then. However, with that said, this one is called the Volumizing. Am I correct there? Hold on. BFF Volumizing mascara. So is it the same? I don't know. But either the formula's changed or something, because this makes my lashes look really good, to be fair. And I'm actually kind of shocked. And my lashes are definitely, like, in person, don't know if you can see it, picked up on this green. Now, does this green necessarily go with this look? No. No, it does not. But did I really think about that before I using the mascara? No. No, I did not. So there's that. I mean, I knew the mascara was green, obviously, but this is the first time I'm using it. And it's impressed me. And it really does make my lashes look good. So not only is the color definitely there, visible for me to see, it makes my lashes look good. which is shocking in itself. Then I am going to put it on the bottom lashes also. And it's a different kind of green too. It's like a really pretty, like, I don't know, a spring green almost. And you can see it on the top and the bottom lashes beautifully. I don't know, there's just something about the green mascara that's got me. From the way it actually like made my lashes look to the color. And I'm hoping that it is picking up on camera, like my length, the volume, the color, because I really like it. Okay, then for lips, I went in with the lip liner called Five Stars. It came in one of those it came in, oh, the holiday hue set at this holiday. They had like three pack of like these, and I got them both, but this one's that one. And then in the middle of my lip, I put on some of this gloss. And first off, the packaging is absolutely adorable. I do love the packaging. It is kind of small as far as like holding it to your lip and stuff. It's small, but I'm okay with that. The only thing I say, or I'm thinking in my head anyway, is that like it doesn't last very long. Like me, I put this on before filming right in the center of my lip, and it was already gone. You know what I mean? By now, I'm reapplying it. So, I mean, you are meant to reapply gloss, but I don't know if like that soon. Maybe if you talk a lot, maybe. I don't know. I think the smell, I can't. Vanilla is what I'm thinking. It's like a vanilla smell. Um, this particular one, of course, is pink. You know, I'm loving it. I am going to keep the pink and the purple one, I think. I don't, you know, my two favorite colors. So I am going to keep those two. I'm going to keep the mascara. And I'm keeping the lip mask. The Jelly Mud shadows, I don't know. I don't, that's an up in the air thing. I may or may not keep those. I feel like I probably should get rid of at least two of them. Maybe keep the one I just used even. But I don't think I need them all, if any. So I'm keeping the two lip products. Maybe the gel eyeshadow one, or all due to the packaging, or none. The mascara keeping, lip mask keeping. So that just leaves the palette left. Again, the palette's up in the air. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I need to create some more looks because this is not my favorite look. By no means. It's pretty. I'll wear it, but it's not my favorite. But I am going to keep playing with it and see if I can come up with a favorite look, or like a look I really, really like, then I'll keep the palette. But until then, it's like, okay, I've made 4, 5, 6, 7 different looks, and none of them was I like, oh yeah, that's pretty. It's time to pass it along to somebody that can either can create one or just looks better in the colors than I feel I do. So overall, did I need this collection? No. But do you? I don't know. That's up to you. But let me know your thoughts. Are y'all a Toy Story fan? Just wondering. I mean, like I said, I've watched it, but nothing like over and over and over again. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this collection. Let me know what collection you're interested in too. I'm curious. I've been kind of keeping my eyes open on things. Um, Urban Decay has got my eyes. Uh, there was we had to redo a portion of their gondola the other day, and we had put out new some sort of eyeshadow stick or something. I don't know, but y'all, some of those shadows, it's in like a tube, and you apply it with like it. I don't know what it if it was like a brush kind of shaped as a in applicator inside, or if it was an actual applicator. Like I didn't get time to play with it. Someone had just watched it and was showing them to me, and I wasn't really like paying attention to the applicator. I was paying attention to the swatches, but um, they were beautiful, and some of the employees have actually already purchased some of them. So I'm like, am I missing something here? I'm starting to think I am. But let me know your thoughts, and that is all I have for you today. I hope this video helped. I hope it at least took your mind off of something for a good while. Hopefully you got a snack and a drink. And I will see you in the next one. If you did like this video, thumbs it up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload when I can. 2 days a week at least. I'm off 2 days, right? Well, unless I'm working a second job. Give or take. I can do 2 videos though. I can figure that out. And I'll see you in my next one. It should be soon. My next one should be soon. Yeah, it should be. So actually I will see you sooner than later on this next one. So I will see you then. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.